Namaste, dear children. This is my last video on the chapter Lifelines of National Economy. We will discuss exercise question answers, previous year questions and map skill of this chapter. I hope you have watched all the videos very carefully, and if you have seen them with full focus and concentration, I have every hope that you will be able to do all these questions very easily. Now let's discuss exercise question answers. First of all, multiple choice questions. Which two of the following extreme locations are connected by east-west corridor? Please read MCQ questions very carefully. Is it Mumbai or Nagpur? Or number 2, Silchar and Porbandar? Number C, Mumbai and Kolkata? Or D, Nagpur and Siliguri? East-west corridor. इसका आंसर होगा Silchar and Porbandar. Which mode of transport reduces transshipment losses and delays? Is it railways or roadways or pipelines or waterways? So undoubtedly answer is pipelines. Which one of the following states is not connected by HVJ pipeline? HVJ, we have studied about it in detail. It is a Hazira Vijaypur Jagdishpur pipeline. Is it Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Gujarat or UP? So the answer is Maharashtra is not connected by this pipeline. Which one of the following ports is the deepest landlocked port along the east coast? Is it Chennai, Paradweep, Tuticorin or Vishakhapatnam? The answer is Vishakhapatnam is the deepest landlocked port in east coast. Which one of the following is most important modes of transportation in India? सबसे important, is it pipelines, railways, roadways or airways? तो इसमें हम आंसर लिखेंगे railways is the principal mode of transport. Which one of the following terms is used to describe trade between two or more countries? International trade, internal trade, external trade or local trade? So the answer is international trade. Now answer the following questions in about 30 words, means briefly. State any 3 merits of roadways. I think हमने 6 merits पढ़े थे. Roadways, the construction and maintenance of roadways is much cheaper than any other mode of transport. Number 2, you can write roads provide door-to-door service. Roads can be built in any topography, difficult topography where railways are difficult to be laid. You can write roadways are more suitable for small number of people for short distances. Roadways provide feeder between other mode of transport. Roadways are very flexible. We can use it as per our convenience. Okay, they are more suitable for transportation of perishable goods. So any 3 points you can write. Where and why is the rail transport the most convenient mode of transportation? अगर अच्छे से देखा होगा तो एकदम आंसर इज ऑन द टिप ऑफ योर टंग. इन नदर्न प्लेन्स में रेलवेज बनाना सबसे कन्वीनियंट होता है और इंडिया में प्लेन्स हैं नदर्न प्लेन्स में. So in northern plains, rail transport is most convenient mode of transportation. Now why? Where तो आपने बता दिया. Why? Because it is a plain leveled land where the tracks can be easily laid, and it is economical also to lay tracks, railway tracks in plain areas in comparison to plateau or hilly areas. Plains are highly densely populated areas, so it gives good revenue to the railways when more people travel by railways. Number three, northern plains are agriculturally and industrially developed areas. So more and more raw material and finished goods are transported by goods trains. So these 3 points you are going to write why it is a convenient mode of transport in northern plains. What is the significance of border roads? Border roads in 1960, a separate organization, Border Road Organization, was made for construction and maintenance of border roads. These roads have very strategic importance in particularly our northwestern part of India and northeastern part of India. These roads have improved accessibility to the remotest and the difficult part of the country. वहाँ पहुँचना possible है due to these roads. और जब वहाँ पहुँच गए तो it has helped in the economic development of these areas. What is meant by trade? Trade means exchange of goods and services among people, states or countries is known as trade. What is the difference between international and local trade? Local trade is within the country. When we do trade within different states, cities, villages within the country is called local trade, and international trade is when the trade is between two or more countries with other countries. So this is called international trade. After this long question answers, why the means of transport and communication are called lifelines of a nation's economy. बेटा फर्स्ट वीडियो में बताया था डिटेल में, पूरा चैप्टर का जिस्ट है ये. क्यों हम इनको ट्रेड और वाई वी कंसिडर मीन्स ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्टेशन एंड कम्युनिकेशन एज अ लाइफ लाइन्स, आर्टरीज ऑफ द कंट्री. वाई? बिकॉज they are prerequisite for the fast development of a country. The pace of development of a country depends on how much goods and services are produced in the country, but also their distribution. ठीक है, प्रोडक्शन कितना हो रहा है, अच्छा हो रहा है, good, but it also needs to be properly transported, distributed by different means of transportation. Goods and services do not move on their own from supply location to the demand location. They are to be moved by different means of transportation. The world has converted into a large village with the help of quick means of communication and transportation. At any point of time, we can talk to, video chat, text message to any part of the world within no time and at a very negligible cost. So that is why they are called lifelines. These means of transport and communication has enriched our life by adding comfort to our life. आज कुछ भी हमको सामान चाहिए हम कम्युनिकेशन के थ्रू ऑनलाइन मंगवा सकते हैं, एंड विद द हेल्प ऑफ मीन्स ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्ट वो हमारे घर तक पहुंच जाता है. तो दे हैव एनरिच्ड, मेड आवर लाइफ कंफर्टेबल बाय एडिंग लग्जरीज टू आवर लाइफ. लास्ट क्वेश्चन इज, write a note on the changing nature of international trade in the last 15 years. Yes, we definitely see a great change in international trade in last 15 years. Earlier, our items of export were agricultural goods, then chemicals, metals, gems and jewelry. These items were exported. They are also exported today also, but now export of commodities and goods are superseded by export of information and knowledge. Information and technology, ICT, information and communication technology, information and knowledge now has been taken place of agricultural and other products which we used to export earlier. India has emerged as a software giant at the international level. We are earning much needed foreign exchange for the country by export of information, knowledge, technology. In this COVID-19 period, you can see that how this technology has helped us in online classes and work from home. It is only possible due to quick and advanced means of communication. So international trade has also undergone a great change. Okay, earlier only the goods, services were exported. Now they are superseded by information and knowledge. Okay, so this is all about your exercise questions. बेटा, अगर आपने अच्छे से एक्सरसाइज क्वेश्चन समझे हैं और अच्छे से चैप्टर समझा है, आई हैव एवरी होप दैट यू कैन आंसर any twisted question asked in board exams. First question, explain any 3 reasons for dense network of railways in the northern plains. अभी डिस्कस किया था हमने एक्सरसाइज क्वेश्चन में, वो किस फॉर्म में पूछा था? Where and why is the rail transport the most convenient mode of transportation? एक्सरसाइज में ऐसे पूछा है और आपको पूछा है एक्सप्लेन एनी 3 रीजंस फॉर डेंस नेटवर्क ऑफ रेलवेज इन द नॉर्दर्न प्लेन्स. Number 1, it is a flat leveled plain area where it is easy and economical to lay railway tracks in the plain areas. Number 2, it is densely populated area which provide good revenue to the railways. Number 3, it is agriculturally and industrially developed area. Roadways still have an edge over railways. Support the statement. I think this question also we have done in exercise. What are the features which makes roadways little better, little have an edge over railways? Number 1, roadways can be built in any type of topography where railways cannot be laid. Number 2, roadways are more economical than railways. Their construction, their maintenance. Roadways provide door-to-door service. Roadways are feeder between other mode of transport. Roadways are more suitable for small number of people for short distances. Roadways are preferable for perishable raw material. So any number of points you can write. What is meant by balance of trade? Balance of trade means difference between import and export is balance of trade. Second part, how has international trade undergone a sea change in the last 15 years? This as it is we have read in exercise questions also, that how it has undergone a great change in last 15 years. तो हमने क्या लिखा था इसमें? That India has trading relationship with all the trading countries of the world. Our main export items were agricultural goods, chemicals, then precious gems and jewelry, etc. But in last 15 years, there is a great change, and this change is export of commodities and goods have been superseded by export of information and knowledge. India has emerged as a software giant in the international market. We are earning a good amount of foreign exchange by exporting our information and knowledge. Question number 4. Airways is most preferred in northeastern states of India. Give reasons. Yes, it is because northeast of India, northeastern part of India has flooded big rivers. Number 2, international borders. Number 3, uneven, difficult topography, dense forest, vast oceanic stretches. All these difficult topography makes other mode of transportation little difficult in that area. So airways can very easily cross over these dense forests, flooded rivers, international borders, etc. So it is most preferred in northeastern part of India. Question number 5. As resources are space bound, no country can survive without international trade. Or international trade is an index of economic development or prosperity. Or international trade is considered the economic barometer for a country. So this is very true. Resources are space bound. No country is rich in all the resources. Even America, one of the strongest country, has to depend on small Iran, Iraq, Middle East countries for petroleum products. So international trade is an index of economic prosperity. It is because if the balance of trade is in our favor, it is favorable balance of trade, which means exports are more than imports, then we can consider that it is an index for our prosperity. It is a barometer for our development. So balance of trade should be in favor. So Indian government is also taking all the steps to keep the balance of trade in our favor. Then we have to write about some our exports and imports. Export items क्या है हमारे? Agricultural products हैं, chemicals हैं, gems and jewelry है. Import हमारा क्या क्या है? Petroleum products. ठीक है? टेक्नोलॉजी हम इंपोर्ट करते हैं, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक गुड्स हम इंपोर्ट करते हैं, जेम्स एंड ज्वेलरी हम इंपोर्ट करते हैं. लास्ट में हम लिखेंगे इन लास्ट 15 years देयर इज अ ग्रेट चेंज इन आवर international trade. International trade, the commodities which we were exporting earlier, goods and commodities, agricultural products, have been superseded by exchange of information and technology, information and knowledge. Okay, then again same points. India has emerged as a software giant at the international level. We are earning a great foreign exchange for the country by exchange of these information and knowledge. Thus we can say that international trade is considered as economic barometer for a country. Classify roads on the basis of their capacity. Capacity पूछेंगे तो 6 types of roads. Golden quadrilateral, इसमें हमको 3 roads बनानी है golden quadrilateral में. Number 1, the quadrilateral Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata, Delhi. This is one golden quadrilateral which is constructed and maintained by NHAI, National Highway Authority of India. Number 2, East-West Corridor, Silchar to Porbandar. Number 3, North-South Corridor from Srinagar to Kanyakumari. ये एक तरह की रोड है जिसे हम कहते हैं गोल्डन क्वाड्रिलेटरल. नेक्स्ट इज नेशनल हाईवेज, connects extreme parts of the country, constructed and maintained by CPWD. Number 3 is state highways. State highways are constructed and maintained by PWD, Public Works Department. They connect the cities within the state. Fourth type of road is district roads, which connects district headquarters to the other cities within the district. They are constructed and maintained by Jila Parishad. other roads which are constructed and maintained by Pradhan Mantri Gramin Sadak Yojana. Last is border roads. Border roads are constructed and maintained by BRO, Border Road Organization, 1960. These roads have strategic importance. They help in development of inaccessible areas or very remotest part of the country near the borders. They help in economic development of these areas. So all 6 type of roads to be explained. Describe any 5 major problems faced by road transport in India. Problems. India has largest road network in the world, but still we face many problems. Number 1, roads are inadequate if they are compared with the volume of traffic and passenger they carry. Roads are inadequate. Half of the roads are unmetalled. They become out of use in the rainy season. Roads are very narrow in the cities. The culverts and the bridges have become old and narrow. National highways are very, very limited. Roads are highly congested in the cities. So all these points we have to write in the problem faced by roadways. Next question is, the distribution pattern of Indian Railways network is influenced by physiographic, economic, administrative factors. Explain, or explain with examples the conditions responsible for uneven distribution pattern of railways network in India. The distribution pattern of railways is highly influenced by physiographic, economic and administrative factors. This we have to explain by giving different examples. For examples, northern plains. Northern plains are most favorable for the development of railways because of availability of leveled land. Number 2, densely populated area. Number 3, agriculturally and industrially rich area. So all these 3 factors help in development of good network of railways in northern plains. But there is one problem, large number of rivers in northern plains which needs more money for the construction of bridges. In the peninsular area and in the Himalayan areas, here the railways are very, very sparse. Why it is so? Because of difficult topography, mountains and peninsular plateau, where the railway line construction of railway line is difficult also and very expensive also. Number 2, these are not densely populated areas. Agriculturally and industrially, they are not economically developed areas. So the railway lines are very less in plateau and mountainous areas. If we take some other examples like sandy plain of western Rajasthan, swampy area of Gujarat, forested area of Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, these areas also have very less development of railways. So it is all because of physiography, topography, which results in development of railways. Next question is, define the term trade. Why is tourism known as trade? Explain. Or why tourism is considered as a trade as well as an industry. As an industry, how has tourism a bright future in India? So tourism is developed as a trade and industry both. इसके लिए हमको वही 5 पॉइंट्स जो मैंने अच्छे से आपको एक्सप्लेन किए थे वही लिखने हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, नॉट फॉर एग्जाम्पल, सॉरी, वही. Number 1, foreign tourists who visit India, they come along with large amount of foreign currency for the country, which is much needed for the country. So tourism help in earning foreign exchange for the country. Number 2, more than 15 million people are directly employed in the tourism sector. So it is working like an industry. It is giving employment to more than 15 million people directly. Number 3, it promotes national integration and provides support to local handicraft. Number 4, it helps in development of international understanding about our culture and heritage. Foreign tourists visit India for 6 type of tourism, जिसके लिए मैंने आपको निमोनिक बताया था ABC, D छोड़ के EMH. A for adventure tourism, B for business tourism, C for cultural tourism, E for ecotourism, M for medical tourism, and H for heritage tourism. So India, being a diverse country in its physical features, in its climatic conditions, in its language, in its culture, in its heritage, have enormous potential to develop tourism as a trade. Okay. Next question is, distinguish between personal and mass communication. Very simple. Personal means 1:1. One individual to another individual. Letters, mobiles, internet. When we communicate with one person, this is called personal communication. Mass communication means one means of communication is able to communicate with large number of people. For example, television, films, newspapers, etc., books which you have, all these are means of mass communication because they are able to communicate with large number of people. As I have explained you earlier, you will divide mass communication into two: electronic media and print media. Electronic में TV, radio, films, and print में newspaper, magazines, periodicals. Like this you can develop your answer. Next, railways are the principal mode of transport for freight and passengers in India. Do you agree? Justify. तो जब भी क्वेश्चन में जस्टिफाई आता है तो वी हैव टू जस्टिफाई द स्टेटमेंट. इट मीन्स वी हैव टू राइट इन द फेवर ऑफ दैट स्टेटमेंट. हमको पहली लाइन बस यही लिखनी है, यस वी अग्री दैट रेलवेज आर प्रिंसिपल मोड ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्ट फॉर फ्राइट एंड पैसेंजर्स. ठीक है. जस्टिफाई मीन्स इन फेवर. अगर कमेंट आता है देन यू कैन राइट इन इट्स फेवर ऑल्सो एंड अगेंस्ट ऑल्सो. So it is one of the most important mode of transport for large number of people and for long distance. It is comfortable form of journey if we compare it with roadways. Number 2, it conducts multifarious activities like business, sightseeing, pilgrimage, etc. Railways are important means of transport for far off areas that we have already discussed. Number 3, it also help in development of agriculture and industry. Agriculture के लिए raw material, उनका finished product, industries का raw material, finished product, they help in development of agriculture and industries. Railways in India bind the economic life of the country. Economic life of the country means it helps in transportation of people from one place to another and satisfy our economic and social life. ठीक है. अब दिल्ली जैसे दिल्ली में भी अब मेट्रो ट्रेन्स आर एग्जाम्पल्स हाउ द पीपल आर मूविंग थ्रू मेट्रो ट्रेन्स. इन मुंबई रेलवे इज़ द मेन मीन्स ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्ट. डेली ट्रांसपोर्टेशन में लोग अपनी इकोनॉमिक ड्यूटी करने के लिए जा रहे हैं. आप अपनी सोशल नीड्स को पूरी करने के लिए रेलवेज़ का यूज़ करते हैं. मैं अपने फ्रेंड के घर जा रहा हूँ, बर्थडे पार्टी में जा रहा हूँ, शादी में जा रहा हूँ, तो दे हेल्प इन आवर इकोनॉमिक एंड सोशल लाइफ ऑल्सो. ओके. नेक्स्ट इज द इंडियन पोस्टल नेटवर्क इज लार्जेस्ट इन द वर्ल्ड. सपोर्ट द स्टेटमेंट विद एग्जाम्पल. यस, इंडियन पोस्टल नेटवर्क इज लार्जेस्ट इन द वर्ल्ड. इसमें एक्सप्लेन करेंगे हम 2 टाइप्स ऑफ मेल्स, फर्स्ट क्लास मेल and second class mail. फर्स्ट क्लास मेल में हम क्या डालते हैं? फर्स्ट क्लास मेल इज एयरलिफ्टेड, इट इंक्लूड्स कार्ड्स एंड एनवेलप्स. सेकेंड क्लास मेल हम इंक्लूड करते हैं मैगजीन्स, न्यूज़पेपर्स, पीरियोडिकल्स एट्सेट्रा. ये सरफेस मेल से जाती है थ्रू लैंड रूट्स. Then we have to write in this about the 6 mail channels which are particularly meant for quick delivery of mails. These are Rajdhani channel, Metro channel, Green channel, Business channel, Bulk channel and Periodical channel. Okay, so this we have to write in support of the answer why we have the largest postal network. Then you can write about that Indian villages are very well connected by all the mode of communication. Now there are private services also which are providing connectivity. There is BSNL also, government's channel which is providing connectivity to the remotest part of the country. We had earlier STD and ISD were also there which provided connectivity to every village in the country. Name the 5 important national waterways of India. 5 national important waterways. So national waterway number 1, River Ganga. River Ganga between Allahabad to Haldia. याद रखना है बेटा, ये national waterway number 1 with a length of 1620 kilometer. National waterway number 2, River Brahmaputra with a length of 891 kilometer. It connects Sadia to Dhubri. Number 3, West Coast Canal System. This is in Kerala, West Coast. This is 3rd national waterway. National waterway number 4, some stretches of river Godavari and Krishna. Okay, its length is 1078 किलोमीटर्स. सम स्ट्रेचेस लिखना जरूरी है बेटा, ठीक है, क्योंकि ये दोनों रिवर प्लेटो एरिया पे चलती हैं. तो कहीं पर कुछ एरियाज में ऑफ गोदावरी एंड कृष्णा दीज रिवर्स आर नेविगेबल. दिस इज NW4, नेशनल वाटरवे नंबर 4. National waterway number 5 is again some stretches of river Brahmani, Matai and Mahanadi rivers. This is 588 kilometer. बस इतना ही लिखना है. Some stretches of river Brahmani, Matai and Mahanadi. 588 kilometer. National waterway number 5. Next question is, state any 3 advantages of pipeline transport. So first of all you have to write what is pipeline transportation. Pipeline transportation help in transportation of crude oil, petroleum products and solid in slurry form natural gas from oil and natural gas field to fertilizer plants, to thermal power plants, to refineries. It avoids all transshipment losses, delays, fire, theft. ये जो भी प्रॉब्लम थी, it is avoided by pipeline transportation. Its initial cost of laying is high, but its subsequent running cost is minimal. So it has many advantages. Distinguish between national highway and super highways. National highways and super highways दोनों एक ही हैं एक्चुअली में, लेकिन कुछ नेशनल हाईवेज को सुपर हाईवेज में चेंज कर दिया गया है. नेशनल हाईवेज they connect extreme parts of the country. Same super highways connects extreme parts of the country, but super highways are more wider. They have 6 lanes facility. They are particularly meant for very fast traffic and more number of vehicles can be moved in super highways. Okay, super highways are the extension of national highways. Okay, so this was the last question. So you can see that questions अगर हमको understanding है तो any form, any twisted question we can answer easily. And now the last thing is the map skill. First of all, 6 international airport. 6 international airport. नंबर 1, देखिए बेटा यहाँ अमृतसर में राजा सांसी, आपको इस एयरपोर्ट का नाम पता होना चाहिए, राजा सांसी इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट इन अमृतसर. नंबर 2 इज इन दिल्ली में इंदिरा गांधी इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट IA. ओके. नंबर 3 इन मुंबई छत्रपति शिवाजी इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट. Number 3. Number 4 in Kolkata, Subhash Chandra Bose International Airport. Number 5 in Hyderabad, Rajiv Gandhi International Airport. Last is Chennai. We have Meenambakkam International Airport. So these are 6 international airports. राजा सांसी, वेरी इजी टू मार्क, इन द कॉर्नर अमृतसर में. यहाँ पर दिल्ली तो सबको मालूम ही है, इंदिरा गांधी इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट. मुंबई इज आवर कोस्टल सिटी, छत्रपति शिवाजी इंटरनेशनल. हैदराबाद तेलंगाना की कैपिटल, राजीव गांधी. चेन्नई में बिल्कुल कॉर्नर में हमारी सिटी है ये, मीनाम्बक्कम. कोलकाता, यहाँ पर सुभाष चंद्र बोस इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट. सो दीज आर 6 international airports which you have to mark on the map. They can come for identification only and they can come for location also. इसके बाद है बेटा हमारा 10 seaports. Okay, so let me rub this first, then I will mark 10 seaports. Seaports हमको साउथ में ही बनाना है. सबसे फर्स्ट जो हमारा है ये है कांदला. ठीक है, कांदला इन गुजरात. याद रखना, ये जो फर्स्ट टर्न है, अधिकतर बच्चे इसे यहाँ पर या यहाँ बना देते हैं. कांदला पोर्ट. देन अगेन सेम मुंबई सी पोर्ट. मुंबई के बिल्कुल पास जवाहरलाल नेहरू, इसको मैं शॉर्ट में लिख रही हूँ बेटा, जवाहरलाल नेहरू, जो कि एक सब्सिडरी पोर्ट है मुंबई के पास, मुंबई को ईज देने के लिए. ठीक है. इसके बाद गोवा है. गोवा के अंदर आपको पॉलिटिकल मैप मिलेगा, आपको पता है गोवा किधर है. गोवा के अंदर कहीं भी डॉट लगा दो, ये है मारमगाओ पोर्ट. मारमगाओ के बाद जहाँ केरला ये फिनिश हो रहा है, केरला और जहाँ कर्नाटका शुरू हो रहा है, इसके थोड़े से ऊपर, केरला को टच नहीं करना है, थोड़ा ऊपर न्यू मैंगलोर सी पोर्ट. अब केरला में थोड़ा सा यहाँ पर जहाँ आपको थोड़ा वाटर बॉडी या थोड़ा कर्व मिलेगा, ये है कोच्चि. ठीक है, कोच्चि सी पोर्ट. तो 6 हमको वेस्ट में याद करने, 1 2 3 4 5 6. अब ईस्ट की तरफ चलते हैं. सबसे साउथ ईस्ट में हमारा है तूतीकोरिन हमारा पोर्ट है तमिलनाडु में. फिर तमिलनाडु में एक और है चेन्नई, जो अभी अभी हमने इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट के लिए भी याद किया है. उसके बाद हम आ जाएंगे ये आंध्र प्रदेश में. ये जो 2 बेंड है इंडिया के, इस यहाँ तक, इसके बीच में, बिल्कुल इसके सेंटर में हमको मार्क करना है विशाखापट्टनम, डीपेस्ट लैंडलॉक्ड पोर्ट. फिर इस तरह का आपको एक सॉसर टाइप कर्व दिखाई देगा, इसके बिल्कुल सेंटर में चले जाओ, ये है पाराद्वीप, उड़ीसा का पोर्ट है. फिर कोलकाता तो अभी अभी हमने मार्क किया ही था पोर्ट, एयरपोर्ट के लिए कोलकाता. और कोलकाता के पास छोटा सा बनाएंगे हल्दिया पोर्ट, जिसका भी वही रीजन है टू ईज प्रेशर ऑन कोलकाता. सो ये हो गए हमारे 6, 1 2 3 4 5 एंड 6. सबकी एक एक प्रॉपर्टी. ये एक टाइडल पोर्ट है, ये दोनों टॉप वाले टाइडल पोर्ट्स हैं. हल्दिया क्यों बना है, इसको ईज देने के लिए. जवाहरलाल नेहरू क्यों बना है, मुंबई को ईज देने के लिए. मारमगांव आयरन ओर एक्सपोर्टिंग पोर्ट, न्यू मैंगलोर आयरन ओर एक्सपोर्टिंग पोर्ट, कोची at the entrance of lagoon, Tuticorin the southwest and deals with Sri Lanka and Maldives, Chennai oldest artificial port, Visakhapatnam deepest landlocked port, Paradweep again it is iron ore exporting port, and Kolkata and Haldia, as I have told you, it is particularly meant for giving ease to Kolkata port. So with this we have finished with our map skill also. Okay beta, so we have finished chapter number 7, Lifelines of National Economy, with all exercise questions, previous year board questions and map skill. I hope you have understood the chapters, question answers, map skills very nicely. Okay, so thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.